happens. Listen, if Islam may retire.
I can feel him. I can feel
He
him.
may retire. He's done a lot. He's competed in 2 different weight classes and won world championships in 2 different weight classes. If he beats Ian, if he submits Ian and says, I've had enough, I'm going to do what Khabib did and I'm going to coach now, I could see that. And then I could see Morales protest for the fucking undisputed title.
Yeah.
Can I answer that though? He'd be proud of him. Look at what he's done in the sport. He's carried the flag for his country.
Bro,
He's won 2 world titles.
Lose your friends.
It's
shut up.
impossible for any man not to be proud of what this man has done.
Shut up.
He's the best fighter on the planet.
I told these guys, brother, I pay for the English teachers 1 year. They don't learn nothing. Ian Garry was talking very nicely about him. He said, shut up. Be nice, brother.
Joe Rogan and Khabib Nurmagomedov put Islam Makhachev on the spot instantly. Why did the double champion tell Ian Garry to shut up on live television?
I don't think he has any plans of standing up and striking with him other than as a means to an end.
Yeah.
And his grappling is so high level. Islam's grappling right now is at the top of the food chain. What do you think about the Ian Garry Islam fight, if you had to predict?
Sometimes maybe you don't like somebody, but when somebody give you respect, just at least be quiet. Don't say shut up.
Before the internet exploded over those 2 words, Islam Makhachev had his own explanation ready. Let us hear it straight from him.
Sometimes maybe you don't like somebody, but when somebody give you respect, just at least be quiet. Don't say shut up.
Bro, also, it's not good when somebody talking and jump and say something. Bro, let me finish. Interrupt.
You wanna say it's not good when you talk, when somebody interrupt you. Tell him interrupt.
California cheesecake. Yeah.
Chael Sonnen tries defending Ian Garry with sarcasm, but the argument falls flat. Drawing attention with theatrics does not translate to octagon dominance. Islam Makhachev built his legacy on skill, not sound bites.
Everybody shut up. I mean, Ian had it right. Ian played that right, and I'm just sharing for you. Now what, he's a bad guy because he said something nice about women? God, I'd like to be there with you. I can't. We hate Ian because Ian stood by his wife. I'd like to be there with you, but I just can't. And Ian's ability to draw, even if it's with booze, his ability to
Tom Aspinall respects Ian Garry's frame, but still crowns Islam Makhachev pound for pound number 1. Once Islam Makhachev locks on, opponents simply cannot escape. That physical strength advantage may end this fight early.
I think this is going to be Islam's toughest fight that we've seen recently. I think that stylistically, Ian Garry is a pretty bad matchup for him, to be honest. He's long, rangy, moves really well. You don't often see him getting taken down and held there. Super tall, super elusive, elite striking, judges the distance really well. He's young, he's fresh, he's not had loads of damage or anything like that. He's not got a lot of miles on the clock. But then we talk about Islam Makhachev, mate. In my opinion, pound for pound number 1, or in the argument at the minute for that. Once he gets hold of you, you're done. He's got that left head kick. People are saying, there's reports across the board, he's the strongest person that people have ever fought. Apparently he's so physically strong, which is something that you can't see on TV.
But just from a wrestling perspective?
Yeah, I think that's something that you can't really see. I mean, when you watch an opponent, right, you can always see the speed that they move, the techniques that they use, and the game plans and all that kind of stuff. What you can't see is how strong somebody is physically. I've seen multiple guys, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje and people like that saying that, like, wait, has he even fought Justin Gaethje? Don't think he has he? He mustn't. No, it must have been somebody else. Must have been somebody else, but I've seen multiple guys say how strong he is physically. And once he gets older, guys, they don't seem to be able to escape. Ian Garry, though, very tough guy to get hold of. Moves his feet really well. Does everything good. And I think people overlook him. But mate, the guy can fight.
Even Islam Makhachev's only loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov shows his damage output, blowing out a knee in the process. Joe Rogan reminds everyone how brutal his oblique kick truly is. Ian Garry has never faced firepower like this.
To defend, Shavkat's the guy who beat him. So Shavkat is the one loss that he has, and it was the grappling that Shavkat got him with. But he also blew out Shavkat's knee.
Yeah,
like that's why Shavkat has had all these surgeries.
That oblique kick.
That kick is so nasty. That's the one thing that I wonder. Like, should we not have that?
You don't like
Should you-
any. I remember you don't really like that one.
You can't. I mean, you can defend it by not getting hit by it. But the problem is, if you get hit by it, like Khalil Roundtree and Modestas Bukakas, when he turned his knee sideways,
He stomped that thing.
stomped it, and that's a career changer. Like, it could be a career.
Even Daniel Cormier admits it. Islam Makhachev wins this fight. Ian Garry only earns preference through old rivalry, not skill. Double champion status speaks louder than personal grudges when gold is truly on the line.
Bro, I think of course Makhachev gonna win.
You think Makhachev wins?
I think, but I truly believe Ian Garry have really good skills to beat him. You know, I think Makhachev gonna win because Ian Garry is the underdog. So he's Makhachev is double champ. You know, a really good fighter. But I really believe like Ian have a really good skills to beat Makhachev.
Yeah. Who would you prefer to fight at the end of this thing, right? Because I know a lot of people say, if you're next, right? A lot of people will say stuff like, I want to beat the guy, right? So if Islam's the guy, if he's a double champion, he's been in both weight classes champion, I'd rather him be the person that I beat for the belt. But on the other hand, you have Ian Garry, a guy who owns a victory over you that I'm sure you would like to get it back. So if you had your choice as to who would be holding the title when you get your opportunity, who would that be?
Bro, that lose to Ian is still hurting me a little bit, you know? It's still a little bit painful, you know?
Why? Do you think you froze up a little bit in that fight? Do you think you froze up a little bit in that fight?
Bro, I hate lose. I'm really bad loser, you know? I stopped to play soccer and like collective sports because when you lose, I fight. Like usually I fight somebody or something like that because I hate lose. So that lose for me is still a little bit painful. So I think me and Ian, we still have some business to do.
So you'd prefer Garry be the guy that's holding that belt?
Yeah.
So
they both would be good, you know. Like for the legacy, Makhachev is great, you know. Like he former double champ, you know, like he just one loss, a lot of winning streak. But for me, by person, I prefer.
Chael Sonnen returns, this time exposing what Islam Makhachev actually thinks about Ian Garry's game plan. Chael Sonnen exposes the real scouting report. Islam Makhachev's camp already noticed Ian Garry running backwards constantly. Movement is not the same as fighting, and that habit could cost him everything against a double champion.
He said he was very familiar with Ian Garry. Said we watch him all the time. Ian Garry runs the whole time? Really? I had not noticed that. And it's a very interesting detail if he does. Now make sure, if you're talking about Ian Garry does a good job of moving, yes, he moves the whole time. But they didn't say moving, they said running, and running specifically, when we use it as a vernacular in this space, means he goes backwards. He's running from you. He's running. Running away from a fight. Guys that run away from fights are really hard.
Dan Hardy makes it clear that Islam Makhachev's move up in weight is perfect timing, not desperation. His boxing has always impressed experts, and now his body finally gets to grow into its natural power. Ian Garry has no idea what is coming, a bigger, stronger, hungrier double champion built for total domination at welterweight.
At the time, I mean, his boxing's always impressed me. But at this point, I feel like Islam's moving up a weight class at the right time. You know, there are a lot of fighters that stay in a weight class for too long and they seem to kind of stifle their physical growth. I don't think Islam can stay healthy and stay in that lightweight division for any longer. And I think right now he's allowed himself to move into a division where his body's just going to grow into it. He's going to be incredibly powerful.
Michael Bisping questions whether Ian Garry's preparation is even enough. Islam Makhachev was literally bred for this since childhood. Raised inside Khabib Nurmagomedov's Eagle MMA system under Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov's legendary lineage. That heritage cannot be replicated. and Ian Garry is about to feel generations of fighting spirit crash down on him.
However, will it be enough? We gotta remember, Islam Makhachev was bred for this ever since he was a little boy. There's just something different about him, about his team, about Khabib, about Eagle MMA, about Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, the lineage, the heritage, and just the kind of fighting spirit that these men have. Islam Makhachev has been bred for this moment, and he's been in these kind of big moments before.
Ian Garry claims Islam Makhachev cannot sleep at night, yet it is Ian Garry who keeps talking instead of training. This kind of overconfidence has ended careers before. Bold words in Brazil mean nothing once Islam Makhachev closes the distance and imposes real violence.
I know he can't sleep at night right now because he keeps waking up and telling himself that he's better than me, but I know deep down he knows that's not true. So I need to knock him out in Brazil, give him an opportunity to fight for my belt, knock him out, and then I'll just say to him, now you can sleep. Now you can rest.
Experts confirm Islam Makhachev is not shying away from this challenge despite the size jump. Even matched physically, his skill gap remains enormous. Ian Garry might be bigger on paper, but paper does not survive contact with a fighter this complete.
Islam Makhachev not steering away from that challenge. Islam is coming up, so he's going to be, I feel like comparably size-wise, they're going to be about even, Islam's super good.
Javier Mendez straight up admits coaching Islam Makhachev is almost effortless because he is already the total package. Striking, wrestling, judo, grappling, 5-round championship pace, all mastered under Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov's guidance from childhood. Ian Garry is not walking into a fight. He is walking into a complete martial arts education delivered with brutal precision.
About Islam is that we didn't really have to do very much at all. We just had him do 5 rounds, and we've been kind of more or less doing that already. So he's already used to it, and he's so good everywhere. He's a good striker, he's a good on the ground, he's a good wrestler, he has good judo, he has good kick, everywhere. He's good everywhere. So really, we just have to get him mentally in shape, mentally focused, and realistically, that's easy to do too because he's been so well trained from father. Khabib's father, Abdulmanap, done such a great job with him that for me, my job is really easy. And any other coach that comes in and trains Islam Makhachev is going to have an easy time with it because father has trained him extremely well from the get-go. From what I hear, he was, the #1 student for father. That's according to what Khabib had told me. So I can see it. You can see everything in Islam. He's everything that you're supposed to be. He handles himself well outside. He handles himself well inside. So
Sean Strickland never holds back, calling Ian Garry weak straight to his face without hesitation. Whether fans agree with his delivery or not, the underlying message lands hard. That charisma and smiling interviews mean nothing once the cage door closes. Islam Makhachev does not need to talk trash because his resume already speaks for itself. Double champion status earned through pure dominance in 2 divisions. Ian Garry has built a brand around confidence and personality, but personality has never once submitted an opponent or survived 5 rounds of relentless pressure. Sean Strickland's blunt honesty might be controversial, but inside combat sports circles, plenty of insiders privately share the same doubts about whether Ian Garry has the killer instinct required to dethrone a fighter forged by the Nurmagomedov lineage.
He's a weak man. He's a fucking weak man. And this is what I try to tell people, man. You meet these fucking cunts all day long and they smile and they shake your fucking hand and they smile, but really like their core is fucking rotten. And like you look at me and I'm an asshole, I'm making fun of this liberal fuck, Like, no offense, man. I mean, I guess we need fucking liberals.
Luke Thomas lays out the harsh truth that beating a pound-for-pound great like Islam Makhachev demands an almost reckless level of risk, the kind most fighters simply cannot survive taking. That single detail defines this entire matchup, because Islam Makhachev forces opponents into desperate gambles just to have a puncher's chance. Ian Garry will not be able to fight his comfortable, patient, counter-striking style and expect success. He will be forced into uncomfortable exchanges on someone else's terms. History shows that fighters who take profoundly inadvisable risks against elite grapplers like Islam Makhachev usually end up finding out the hard way why the champion holds titles across 2 weight classes. The gap in composure, danger, and fight IQ could not be more obvious heading into fight night.
Unless both guys are running risks in cases like that. But I'm just talking about a guy who is a pound-for-pound great in the sport. He's either number 1 or number 2 heading into that contest with Islam Makhachev. The only way he was really able to maximize it was by accepting an extraordinary and, frankly, profoundly inadvisable level of
championship gold, division supremacy, and legacy are all on the line the moment Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry step into that octagon. This is not just another welterweight contest. It is a statement fight for the double champion looking to cement himself as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter walking the earth. If Islam Makhachev imposes his dominant wrestling and relentless pressure, this fight ends early, exactly like it has for nearly every opponent unfortunate enough to share the cage with him. His combination of elite judo, suffocating top control, and fight-ending strikes from top position have proven unstoppable against world-class competition, and Ian Garry's frame, while long and rangy, has never faced grappling this violent or this precise. Should Ian Garry somehow pull off the shocking upset, it will only happen through extreme risk, exactly as Luke Thomas warned, forcing exchanges, staying elusive, and capitalizing on a rare mistake from a fighter who almost never makes one. Realistically, fans should ask who breaks first when the pressure mounts. Islam Makhachev has been forged through generations of fighting spirit under the Nurmagomedov lineage, tested in 5-round championship wars, and trained to remain composed no matter the chaos. Ian Garry brings confidence and charisma, but confidence alone has never survived being taken down and controlled for 25 straight minutes. When it comes to fight IQ, conditioning, and sheer killer instinct, Islam Makhachev simply operates on another level, and history strongly favors dominance over bravado. Are you backing Islam Makhachev to dominate? Or is Ian Garry shocking the world? Drop your exact round and method predictions in the comments below, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for the latest UFC breakdowns.